Welcome down to Paultons Park, and we're going to start our update here obviously at the 2027 site, and that's because, I mean, look at it. We're going to get a close-up shortly of this, but look at it. It is really coming along. There are a lot of footers gone in with these pins, and that is continuing around there as well. Proper exciting to find out what this is in a couple of months' time, and indeed whether or not we can figure out a layout. I mean, I said I didn't think this thing would open again. I'm going to stick by that because that is right there. I mean, that is nearly touching distance away, that footer and those pins, and they're being done at the moment. And again, it's only been a few days since we were last here, 6 days to be precise, and all of this has been done. And it's weird because Valgard is looking stunning, and I'll just say first that it's so clear. I don't know whether they've done this on purpose. I want to give them credit to say they have. But you enter the park, you obviously drive into the park, you can't see any rides. They don't really have that, you know, massive tall ride. So you drive in for all the trees and everything, it looks beautiful. Even this time of year where the trees are empty, and then you see a gap in the trees, and all you can see is Draken's lift hill through that gap. That's it. That's the first thing you see of Paultons Park, and you look at it and go, wow. Absolute wow. And even when the leaves come out and everything, that's the first thing you're going to see. And of course, once you're in here, you'll see all of this, and you will have noticed the sign there. We'll show you that very shortly. And then we've still got this to come in 2027. We're going to get a close-up of this now because we saw ground pins go in. We bought you that quite a while ago, but we can see now that concrete has been poured. Proper footers are in for this. This is going up really quick, and I have a feeling that, you know, this is going to be vertical by the summer for sure.
Here is the 2027 site, and it is huge, to be honest with you. There's a lot of ground pins down, and these spread right the way across as well. From the top end down the side, we can see that footers have been installed right the way down to Lost Kingdom, and then right the way to the edge of Valgard as well, where the feasting hall is. It takes up a lot of space and is definitely going to fill this area for sure. It's still a bit early to get a exact kind of, you know, layout for this. It still looks a little bit figure of 8, to be honest with you, from above, but it's not guaranteed by any stretch of the imagination as we show you a close-up of the footer. And lots of these have gone down. As I said, it's only been a week since we were last here. There was only a couple down last week. This is now extended right the way down towards the Lost Kingdom, with it continuing around the Lost Kingdom and of course down towards the feasting hall where we saw just a second ago. But yeah, loads going on site. I still think kind of station areas and things will be down the back right hand side, right the way off in the distance here. That seems to be where there's a lot of activity, but of course we will need buildings and things as well, as we do have some theme pieces kicking around. We do wonder whether they are for the current Valgard or whether they are indeed for future endeavors. But a lot of steel work on site, a lot of footers down, a lot of pins down. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack here, to be honest with you, and it's going to be really interesting to see how this develops over the next couple of months.
It's all just so close. It really is. Now, I'm not going on rides today. I'm going to wait because they are, you'll see from around the other side, they are heading round and they are filling these in. And I think once all the footers are really, really clear, although you can see the pins, we might get some kind of layout for whatever this is. There we have it, the 2027 site. That is going up really, really quick. Lots happening over there, but of course, we have Valgard opening first on this side, and you will have seen a couple of things. Actually, we'll get a close-up of whatever this new build is here. It's quite weird that suddenly appeared there. And of course, the feasting hall sign. Look at that. Another magnificent 3D sign from the park, and that is on the side and the front of the building too. There's not a lot of activity happening here today. We haven't seen Raven do anything quite yet, so I don't think Raven's quite ready yet. Again, it's not a new coaster. It doesn't have to be ready yet. But I can't wait to see it fly around and get a, you know, close-up look of the trains as well. So we'll bring you up to date with what is going on here. There's not as much as what there has been. A lot of it's obviously internal, landscaping, planting and things like that, but we will bring you up to date with what's going on down here at Valgard. Now these bits have been concreted and dug out down here by this second entrance. I'll call this the second entrance because it's not got kind of the big sign, if you will. And I think the main entrance is obviously going to be up the top. I would guess these are going to be for lampposts, and there is one either side. We'll show you the other one shortly. But it kind of makes sense that wiring's gone in and it will form part of that rather than anything else. As we look up the top towards Raven, we can see the theme piece we saw last time is having some fencing put in. Not all the fencing's been stained still yet. As we look around to the orchard, you can see that the floor isn't done down at that end yet either. So still quite a lot of work to do on the area. We are still, what, 7 weeks from opening, so plenty of time. But obviously what they have achieved does look magnificent, and you can see that the staining has finished round here, really bringing it nicely together. Again, I can't wait to see some of the lighting that's going to be going up on the building, and indeed what's likely to be here as well. There does seem to be on the website a couple more late nights coming up this year. So lighting's going to be really, really important. And of course we know from Ghostly Manor, from when they did the updates from Ghostly Manor, that they weren't happy with the first sets of lighting and they changed them. So I'm guessing we're going to get something really, really special here. Staining has continued, so kind of the left-hand side, if you will, here, as you can see, is done, and down this side it isn't done quite yet, but it's looking magnificent. It really, really is looking something else. And of course, the feasting hall sign is in. Currently, no sign of the Draken entrance yet. One I really want to see. Now we'll go around the other side. There's not too much to show you from around the other side in honesty, but we'll take you around there and give you an update of what they've done in the past week.
Over on the other side here is Valgard, the wonderful sign, and of course Draken. And not a lot has happened over here. It's mainly kind of landscaping, planting, fence staining and everything that's come across. But one thing we did note last time was the path which was leading down. We kind of hoped that path wouldn't be there because you could completely miss the Valgard bit and walk around down to Draken and back again. And it does look like this is being dug up. Now whether this is being dug up to be completely redone, not 100% sure. Whether it's been dug up to be grassed over. Hopefully it's the latter one, as it would be nice to kind of make people walk down to Valgard's sign. As we look over to the feasting hall, as we said, the sign has been installed on the front of there as well, looking amazing as you are going to enter the restaurant.
As the sun comes down here at Paultons Park, there is Valgard and of course Draken and Raven. Now there are still quite a lot of themed pieces still kicking around, if you will. I'm assuming they're going to go into here at some point. I think the ride hasn't been cycling today. It's the first time I've visited in a few weeks that the ride hasn't been cycling today. So I don't know whether that means that they finished what they're doing or they've just taken a break. It's hard to tell, but there's no sign on kind of extra theming or work being done around the Draken area at the moment. But again, there's still 6 weeks left and we are expecting more theme and we are expecting more little bits and pieces. And I just can't wait. Can't wait to get in there and see it. May 16th. Can't come quick enough, to be honest with you. What do you think? Leave your comments below. Are you excited for this on May 16th? Surely, surely, surely have to be.